Who got that fire? With your main man, Fiend International Jones. And I am here with today.
Dominic Holmes of fulltimepressure.com, marketing consultant.
Man, like that, you heard me? Dominic has, first of all, let me let you know, Dominic, where are you from?
I'm from Ecorse, Michigan. That's right outside of Detroit.
Right outside Detroit.
Y'all tune in to BMF. Y'all know where Ecorse at.
Right? Put him in line. Let him know. Right? Let him know. Tell me this here. Growing up there, did you get a whiff of that whole BMF existence in your backyard? Like, you know what I mean?
No, my dad got killed in '86, and my dad was big out here in Southwest Detroit. You know, there's a few major players that came before, E.D. Boyd, who was patting the series, and then, Meach and Terry. A few cats came before that, and it was like some more, pro-black shit going on with the cats who was in the street. You know what I'm saying? So that after my dad got killed, my mom got out there on the drugs. I went down to the country to Monroe with my grandma and grandpa. That's like 30 minutes from Toledo, Ohio on the state line. Okay. So that gave me an opportunity to soak up a lot of history and game and life skills being able to live with my grandparents while my mom and my older brothers was up here in Detroit still doing the thing, you know what I'm saying? And being around my grandfather was a Mason, my great-grandfather was a Mason, his wife was an Eastern Star, so I got to soak up a lot of game at a very young age. My grandma's older sister, she got patents at the U.S. government. She was part of NASA and the Hidden Figure shit, wow. A mathematician. So she had me doing the taxes and stuff when I was 9, and she was cashing me out. Like, so I learned a lot of values and stuff young from our people that just came up here from the South. My great-grandfather, Leonard Kane, was the first black man in Monroe, Michigan.
Wow.
And was selling other black people property. So a lot of the game and principles I have about community and things like that, they're generationally instilled. My mother's father, which was I'm talking about my mother's grandfather, was the Mason. Her father, her father was a Mason, and he was from Tazewell, Tennessee. You see them articles about the Lumberdy Indians gunning down the Ku Klux Klan and stuff. The Goinses, that's my family.
Wow.
So I come from a long line of black people that don't take no shit and that get to the bag.
Yeah.
But we know, because we survived through the 80s, what crack did. We know what cocaine did, and it led a lot of us to paths of feeling like we only had one route to go, kill or be killed and things like that. And that's why I ended up in the penitentiary at 16.
Wow, man. That's crazy, to be so young and involved and enriched, to be so enriched with that type of culture early. You know what I'm saying? When you see it like that, there aren't too many things you're scared of. You know what I'm saying? But you get to a point where you said that you end up going to prison. What change in that space happened for you, and what age was this?
Well, you in the streets, you end up going to prison most of the time because your so-called homeboys tell on you.
Straight up.
So straight up, all that is rules to this shit are lies. That's cap. Because if it was rules, a lot of rats wouldn't be walking around.
Man, say that shit again, bro.
Ain't no rules, it's just game.
Hey, bro.
So if you ain't willing to live like that, treacherous, get on out of that shit, because it ain't no rules. That's bullshit. That's marketing.
There's marketing. Like there's always an honor amongst thieves. That's marketing.
Yeah, it's not. It's not, because nobody's trying to go away from no coochie.
One.
Nobody's trying to go away from no coochie. And nobody is trying to go sit down for somebody who they feel wouldn't sit down for them.
2.
Simple as that. That's the reality of the situation. Like, they defrauded the government out of $1.5 trillion. And these people ain't no street cats. They're not going to prison. They are going to tell on their weed man, they coke man, the hoes, the boosters, they telling on everybody. The people that's getting in trouble for this fraud, they telling on everybody. They ain't from the streets, they telling. And that's just that simple. And a lot of people got suckered into that fraud, and they're gonna tell. And it's gonna be a big benefit to the private prison industry. They need new tech savvy prisoners. These old people can't do no work for the corporations. They don't know how to work no technology.
They don't know how to work no technology. So not only are they gonna lose their job to AI, they're gonna lose their job to people that just chose to further their education into the digital world like that.
Yeah.
Wow. So here you are, found out a harsh reality that before they do 10, they're gonna tell on a friend.
I'm trying to tell you.
Right. So you saw it early. So here you
in the law books.
In
the law books.
Is in the law books, right?
I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out of prison in the law books. You know, on some small-minded stuff, I needed to be in prison. I'll be the first person to tell you I need to be in prison. I was a problem. I needed to be where I was at. And I was in the law books trying to get out so I could do some stuff that would get me right back in that thing. Because I was going to bust heads behind you telling them.
Like a man, right? Knew at the age, you know, it got real for you. What was it the first day like you realized you're walking in prison?
Well, you know, I went to juvenile for the first time when I was 9, man. So being locked up wasn't
a new thing.
I got people that's family members and homies that been down 50 years.
Yeah.
Like we really on post in that thing. Like, you know, you think you got a fish coming in here, you about to get bit by a shark, dog.
Yeah.
And that's what it was when I touched down.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. First day in adult prison.
Yeah.
First day in adult prison. What city was it?
Ionia, Michigan. Michigan Reformatory, aka Gladiator School.
Gladiator School. Wow.
That's where you go when you don't behave according to their rules. And then, you know, I put my hands on the police there inside of the riot, got sent to a boot camp inside a prison at the level 5 max, got kicked out of that, went to another level 5, got sent to that from that max after about 6 months on the yard for a notice of intent. That's like when they put you under investigation in prison.
Sure.
Send me to another max prison. These are all up across the bridge. When you a problem, they send you up there to try to break you.
Sure. So
I end up going back down from across the bridge after their investigation panned out to nothing.
Wow, as a young man.
Yeah, I'm like Michigan prison rules. You ain't even supposed to be in a maximum security if you under 21.
Sure.
I went to prison, adult prison. I was 17. I got locked up when I was 16. I was in max level 5 at 18 years old.
Fucking wild, bro.
So they sent me back down to Jackson prison. I got into some altercations with the police down there. They sent me to Supermax level 6. Ionia Max.
From 5 to 6.
Yeah. The worst of the worst. Like you come out the cell, you come out with your hands shackled behind your back with a chain down your ass, cracked to the leg chains. All that shit welded together. You know, they be snatching the chains from under cats, throwing cats down the stairs. Like that's where they break motherfuckers at. A lot of cats got killed there.
Yeah.
A lot of cats got killed there. My first 14 days there was strapped on a concrete slab with no mattress, no clothes, no food, no water.
Wow.
Straight like that.
Max 6, they trying to break you out there in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Your will to live, your will to survive, you know what I'm saying, evidently was in your faith and your knowledge and your pursuit of more knowledge had to be able to assist you during them hard times for sure.
I think it was more so I was a damn fool.
He said, I was a damn fool. I know that's right. Sometimes
I was a damn fool, right? My man. Right. When I tell you I need to be there, I needed to be there. Now, I'm not talking about no tree jumper child molester shit, but like I'll push it to you in the way you don't want it pushed to you, dog. I told you it ain't no rules, it's just game out here.
Sure.
And if you abusing your power in there, I send somebody to fuck your kid up at the bus stop.
No, that's right. By all means. That's how I was.
You know, I was a fool, man. So, you know, they had to try to deal with me in a way that they deal with people who are used to being fools. And like two things my grandparents said to me, man, that I never forget. My grandpa Goins told me, if you don't mean it, don't apologize.
Sure.
And I made him stand on that when I cussed out a teacher.
Sure.
They told my grandpa to come up there and make me apologize and I could stay in school. And I told him, my grandpa said, if I don't mean it, don't apologize. I said, fuck you, bitch. And that's what I meant in front of my grandpa. He was like, let's go. You know?
Grandpa was like, man, hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Between me and you, man, what
the fuck? and my dad's mother told me, you know, my grandma Mimi, she said, if you gonna be a fool, be the best fool.
I know that's right. Shout out to Mimi, you heard me?
And I took it down.
Shout out to Mimi, shout out to Papa, and shout out to all the squares, shout out to all the Easter stars. Always, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to overlook that at all. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tell you, man.
For all the people that's tuned in, you feel me? Peace and light. Bro, this is wow. So at what point do you say to yourself, of course I want to get out of here, you know what I mean? Of course I'm in the law books, but at what age, you know, what happened for you was like, man, hold on, I gotta do something to get up out of here, bro.
Oh man, I was reading the law books and I'm beating cases for people in the world that fuck with me, that's getting caught up. You know, my man got caught with a brick through the mail. They didn't follow the code of federal regulations. Now, for those tuning in, and for see murder people, the code of federal regulations are the laws that police the government and the police. When they fail to follow the code of federal regulations, it's a procedural due process violation, which means the ruling and the judgment is unconstitutional. They got to let you go. Anytime your lawyer ain't citing code of federal regulations in the cases, they own joke time. But the lawyer is doing what they're supposed to do because they part of the bar association, a monopoly on legal practice. The judge, the prosecutor, and your lawyer all part of the same organization. The bar association.
Wow.
Right? So hitting them with the code of federal regulations, and through the code of federal regulations, you start seeing big business law. When I talk about big business law, I'm talking about the shit that govern merchant ships. Shit niggas ain't trying to get. Like, you spend $2 million on a Bentley or a Bugatti, you could have went and bought a fucking shipping vessel for $2 million and brought 30, 50 Bugattis, 20 Rolls Royces, and 2,000 or 3,000 pounds of other shit at one time, and people giving you shit as consignment for you shipping.
Sure.
But we want the things that rich people got, not the thought process.
See, this is what I'm trying to talk about. I knew it was gonna be
the law books taught me that, dog. It's big money, so much money that the shit motherfuckers see in the streets, shit motherfuckers see in the rap game is chump change.
Yeah.
When you look at a motherfucker that got a merchant ship that brings over $10 billion worth of goods in one rip, that's when you talking about money, man.
Right. You could have bought you a shipping container for them $2 million instead of
a shipping vessel. The boat that all the containers.
Yeah, correct me for sure. Yes, sir. The shipping vessel.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah. And then, like, with globalization, you can lease a crew over in China. You don't even got to buy the boat. You can lease a boat and a crew from China and bring your own shit over here. So when I start seeing this big business and big money in law books, you know, I told you I'm a marketing consultant, and the cat who case really hit my mind, his name, Benjamin Suarez. Now, Benjamin Suarez, a Latino from Ohio, Central Ohio, he learned from a white cat named Gary Halbert, a copywriter. Now, when you see all those ads in the magazines and the tabloids for the little knicks and shit, imagine your knick is $29. The tabloid reached 2 million people a week. And 3% of those people send you $29 for a knick-knack you paid $3 for.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's I'm saying, like, so y'all here.
We got the game fucked up.
You're tuned in right now to Who Got That Fire, bro. Dominic, aka Young Dom. Get the money. Young Dom, get the money. I'm trying to tell you, you need to tap in. Homie is a consultant. He's a business consultant. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we got up there today on Instagram through social media. And this brother just tapped in and he was spreading some positive words to me. Just some real shit. Like, man, I think, you're not maximizing your full potential of your reach of things. And I always pay attention to when people, the dialogue, dialect of someone communicate with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to come back to you. You heard what he just said. So explain to the people tapped in, what do you do? And what
I find the money. I find the money and I extract the money from customers. And Black people need to understand, like, if you think for any reason that anything other than customers are meant to fund your business, you don't need to be in business.
Sure.
The government ain't supposed to fund your business. Grants and loans, you need to have customers to fund your business, and you can't do that without marketing. And our people make the mistake of getting in our feelings instead of our bag and talk about Black people don't support my business. You putting the wrong product before the wrong people. Your friends smoke weed. He go out to the club. He not interested in being healthy. He don't want your CMOS.
Sure.
Your homegirl, she in the club. She doing this. She doing that. She not interested in your personal development course. You have to find the people that want your product. And you can't do that if you really don't know marketing. You don't understand the demographics of your people that you put in your ads before. You might put an ad in the newspaper, and the newspaper is only going to your zip code where people can't even afford your shit at.
That's deep.
So you have to make sure you're putting your products and services before people that can afford and that are interested in them and that can benefit from them. When you start doing that, getting your right message to the right market, then you start making more money.
Right. See, I dealt with that a long time of just not having someone to help me market not only the businesses but the products that I've had. You know what I'm saying? And most people just listed all damn day. Oh, let me do this. Let me do. But at the end of the day, it's about finding the consumers. Key fact to what he just said, y'all. He said, if you think anybody other than the consumer is supposed to finance your business, you are fucking crazy. So this is what I want to fall and tap into. You hear me? Like, a lot of people gonna be soliciting you. A lot of people will solicit you if you tune in. This is Who Got That Fire, WGDF, and your man, Fiend International Jones. And they're talking to Dominic, and we saying, like, you got to get your shit together. The glam and the glitz, that shit will come. A lot of people are focusing, pouring energy, finances into the wrong spaces to get the right return off their investment. Somebody like Dom is basically letting you know his job is to get the money, to show you where to get the money with the marketing and any details and any facet within that, however you want to work your relationship, your business situationship with Dom. So please continue on, Dom.
So we have to get out of that space, especially Black professionals, that I got my degree, I got my license, people are supposed to come to me, I don't got to prove myself. In the ideal world, that's how it's supposed to be, but in reality, that's not how shit goes.
Sure.
Because you're not the only fiddler at the hoedown, Jack. You're not the only person playing the tune, whether you're a lawyer, a doctor, or a dentist. So what is it that separates and distinguishes you from other doctors and dentists? What are the benefits? What are the meaning of the benefits? Because you think that your consumer is smart and they know that, if they come get their blood pressure checked on the regular, or they, monitor diabetes or whatever, general health, that, you know, everybody assumes they know the benefit of that, and that's not the case, man. We live in a world where we receive more information in one day than somebody in the 1500s received in their whole life.
That's real. That's real. How do you tap in on what type of time it takes to tap in on, you know, where the people are, you know what I'm saying, to get the marketing going, define where your fan base are, you know, define out where your consumers are. Yo. We're back. A small commercial break. Our sponsors are Sleepy Bear Apparel, Jet Life Apparel. Also, shout out to the real estate collaborators that we have in place. Shout out to the Hendersons, Jeremy and Shawanda, you know what I'm saying? If you're in the Baton Rouge area, you know, Prairieville, Louisiana, period, you're looking for some real estate, please tap our line. Before we go into the next episode, I really want you to plug all your outlets for people to contact you for business and mentorship and things that you got going on, because we got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on this segment, and then we'll just go upload on another.
Maroonmarketing.org. If you know anything about Black history, the Maroons were the ones who bust up from the plantations and fought to stay off them and thrive. You know, you got to get out the plantation mindset. You have to learn marketing and get out of the idea that things are supposed to be this way and that way, because they're not. You want to thrive in business, you better learn how to market in a hurry, because it's about to get ugly here.
Sure.
And fulltimepressure.com.
Fulltimepressure.com. Where can they find you on? What are your social pages? What are those?
Full-Time Pressure. Full-Time Pressure on Instagram. And I'm a professional astrologer too. You know, that's how some other people from New Orleans know me. Pray Lees. Big shout out to Pray Lees.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So,
you know, professional astrologer, Dominic 369. That's my other page.
Yeah, tap in with his brother, because you heard me. He owns his, and all he want to do is do good business and let you see that you got to put some action behind those dreams. You got admiration, you got to put some action. And no work, you can't get no return out of the investment. You know what I mean? But it's all good, man. This is part 1 segment. You know what I'm saying? Y'all checking out part 2 right now with young Dominic. You know what I'm saying? She's giving us nothing but game and gems on how to step yourself up as a business person. You know what I'm saying? Why get one expensive car when you can get the content, you can get the equipment that bring these expensive cars into the United States, is what he's getting at you feel me? So, like, don't let that go over your head and don't let that go under your feet. You know what I'm saying? As one would say. But it's all good, man. This is the first segment of my man, the young Dominique, and get ready for part 2. You know what I mean? You've been blessed one time. Follow the page Fiend TV on YouTube and tap into everything that this brother has going on so you can step your game up immensely. You heard me? 1030, this is Neighborhood Hero. This is part 1 for Dominic. You feel me? On getting your shit together. You know what I'm saying? Wake up and get you some money. You feel me? God damn it. You heard me? Dominic 369 on IG. Play no games with the man. You heard me? Been dropping nothing but gems. You heard me? Part 1 on Who Got That Fire? WGBF with your main man, Fiend International. And we're back. Part 2 with Dominic 369. You feel me? Guerrilla marketing. You feel me? When did you realize that this was going to be your niche? You know what I'm saying? Like guerrilla marketing. That's not, you don't hear a lot of brothers do that. You know what I mean? Well, when you tap in.
I told you I'm an astrologer too, professional astrologer too.
Sure.
So no, studying my natal chart, which is more than the crap they give you in the newspapers. That's watered down stuff to make you believe that it ain't real. To make you believe that it ain't real.
For sure.
You know, but the reality of the situation, the biggest and the oldest bank in the United States, J.P. Morgan Chase. J.P. Morgan was taught astrology by Evangelina Adams. Evangelina Adams was a direct astrology student and magical student of Aleister Crowley. So think astrology don't work if you want, you know.
But y'all here without it. Y'all here being caught without it. Don't even know why things is going like it's going. You know what I mean? You can't control your magic.
Right. So
you got magic.
So I started really deep diving in astrology when I was young and in the joint and learning about myself. And I wanted to get into a lot of things when I got out of prison. I was studying the law books, and you can't own a cemetery, can't own a funeral home, can't own a car lot, can't be a mortgage broker, all the stuff where the real cheddar is at. Did you hear what I said?
You can't own a funeral home? Why not? We can own funeral homes down here.
You got a murder conviction?
Well, that's different circumstances. I don't have a
right
conviction. So you're saying these things you can't own if you have a murder conviction. You got this on your
record. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff you can't own, can't do business in if you got a murder conviction.
Right, I got you.
But I can market in those business and charge those people a percentage of their profits, just like I was in that business. You got to be good at marketing. Let me look it in the camera. If you ain't good at what you do, you ain't going to be able to make a motherfucker give you a percentage over their normal profit. You got to be able to turn a motherfucker bag up substantially for somebody to say, okay, I'll give you 15% or I'll give you 20%.
Right. I'm interested in that myself for my businesses. You feel me? Like, I got a clothing brand, just like other people out there that's tapped in. I got a clothing brand. I have a few other brands. I won't even bring them up because some of them I like the fact that no one knows that I own them. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact that I almost consider it as quiet money. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who owns it, you know? So I'm letting you know that I'm interested in seeing what I can do with this gentleman right here. So he's just not on the show and we just talking, just talking to be talking, just soliciting about it. I'm like, if this was a restaurant, I'm trying the food at this restaurant myself. You know what I'm saying? And if, you could tap in and see for yourself. I instantly added music, entertainment consultant, urban music consultant, under my my bio by observing my own growth, chopping it up with Dominic myself. You know what I'm saying? So the marketing, what does one need? What kind of budget? When you have a great product and all you need is marketing to help you get that return off investment.
Well, if you know you got a great product, then you know your market. Because people who are smart, they don't create a product before they understand who the product is meant for and what problem it's going to solve for.
That's big.
That's another big problem and mistake that Black people make. Like, you don't even know if it's a market for the products that you're getting and putting out. You just see somebody else doing it and them cranking on that shit, and you feel like you can do it, and that's not reality, man. Like the doctor on 600-pound life be telling them motherfuckers, man, this is not reality. It's not reality. Mm-hmm. You should not open a business or get any product if you do not have a clear understanding of the market there is for that product.
That's right.
Does your product affect people's health, wealth, or relationships? Does it solve problems in any of those areas?
One of my products definitely do. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's outside of the music. And I've seen it. So that's what I'm getting with you on this other business that I have. Because I think that's always missing. And that's not what I'm great at in marketing. And I'm comfortable enough to say, like, oh yeah, that's not my strongest suit. I got great.
You smart. Yeah. Most people ain't smart enough to say, oh, I don't know about this. Let me go learn about this.
Let me delegate someone that's advanced in that area. You know what I'm saying?
But what I will tell you is, and we've kicked it on other levels. You a Mason, I'm a Mason, and I've shared with you business stuff so you could get in a better place to help the community.
Sure.
And you have to understand, you know, a lot of people don't understand their business. Number one, if you're going to be in business, you're in business because you want to make money, and the most money.
Sure.
If that's not why you're in business, you shouldn't be in business.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. You got a product out there. I talk to young artists all the time, and they'll tell me, like, you know, your OG, big homie, I want to do this, I want to do that. And I tell them, like, look, what's your credit look like? Because I don't want you to keep thinking you gotta wait till you got $5,000 cash to invest in yourself. What do your credit look like? How serious are you about this business? Because if you're willing to finance what you need behind this business, you're gonna get the return off the investment if you get the right people that can market your product.
That's all the time. But again, people bring products to the market that there's no need for. So the first thing I would do if I were to start a business anywhere I went, if I just went with my cell phone and my wife and the gas in my truck, I'm going to research the market. I'm going to research the market. And part of the research in the market is understanding the other people who are selling similar things to you and their methods of selling. I'll go spend money with the biggest marketers in the United States, and I will go to their shit VIP. Number one, it's business education, so that's a tax write-off. And number two, I need to know what system you're using to get all these people in your door. We don't think to go look at our competitors. What is the white car lot doing that the black car lot's not doing? The black people don't mess with the mail order. You're not getting stuff in the mail from black car lots.
Right.
Unless there's somebody's franchise.
Right.
We're not interacting directly with the consumer. We see people doing stuff on social media and hear a bunch of stuff about social media, and we go try to do that.
Right.
If you're doing what everybody else is doing, you are doing the average thing, and you are going to make the average amount of motherfucking money. Right. Please believe it. Right. It don't get no plainer than that. So you have to understand what the people are looking for before you start trying to put something in somebody's hand.
Right.
Is there a shortage of barbecue restaurants in your area? Do they have any barbecue festivals in your area that make you think that there would be a need for a barbecue restaurant?
Right. They just close one down. Not just open it up, close it again. You know, so that let me know right then and there, like, maybe this area ain't the most barbecue enjoying, you know, they ain't where they at with it. Excuse me. Well, that's I think that's genius. And for those out there that's learning, like I'm learning, you just heard him say, like, man, you need to know who you're selling it to first. Shout out to Tokyo Vanity. She had to be one of the first people I met in the entertainment business, a young, smart person who told me, I know my consumer. I know what they look like. You heard me? I know how they are. And when she said that, it literally blew me away. You know what I mean? It literally blew me away. You know what I mean? I was like, man, what? I've never heard an artist, a young person say this about business, about music, right? I want to do music, I want to do this, you hear all that, right? I want to be a star, I want to make money. You know, but I never heard him say, I know who my consumer are.
If you don't know who you trying to get to come out their pockets, you ain't gonna understand what makes them want to buy something.
Right.
And I will tell you off the top, you know, people don't pay for what's worth the money.
Sure.
They pay for what's worth more than money.
Sure. Man, there it is right there.
Yeah. So you never selling them the thing that they actually buying, and that's all I'm gonna tell you. You wanna understand how people buy. Go get the maroon marketing. Right. It's $297. That's $297, and it's a money back guarantee, 100%, 30-day money back guarantee. That's even on my spiritual shit. Wow. Money back guarantee. Because I'm not worried about nobody playing no games with my money. I got spiritual power.
Sure.
And I'm not worried about nobody complaining about my product because I'm gonna take their complaints and make something better and sell it to them for a higher price.
Tell me this book, The Maroon Marketing, is that your book or that's something that you tapped into?
Oh, that's mine.
Sure.
I built that, bro. I built that, and you can get the gold membership, or you can get the platinum membership, or you could just get the $297 product and rough it out on your own. But I guarantee you take this course, and it will open your mind to a different level of how business is done. And if you don't think so, I'm gonna interview you. If you choose to interview me and give me some information to improve the product, so I can sell you something else.
Tell me this: are there any previous customers that are publicly utilizing this that you could tap in with their name? Excuse me, getting up hella early with the kids. I know people get relate. You heard me? Excuse my young. You heard me? It's not.
It's good, bro.
And we up hella early, bringing kids to school and stuff at the same time, making time for this. So, are there any people that you work with that anyone tapped in to say, "Hey, I'm gonna go check their business out. I'm gonna go check their business out. I'm gonna go check their thing out." You know, he worked with them, or they got his class. They're applying it. You know?
Well, there is a ghostwriter, a sister named Cheryl Clark. She left a review on my fulltimepressure.com website. She has worked with many Fortune 500 companies and billion-dollar corporations. And look her up, Cheryl Clark.
Cheryl Clark.
CHERILCLARKE, Clark.
There it is. Look up for Cheryl Clark.
She a profound ghostwriter.
Okay.
And she came to me for a marketing consultation, dropped a 5-star, you know, and like I don't need no endorsements for people who, you know, who got champagne tasting beer money. I get endorsements from people who really got money.
I know that.
And like she dipped out the United States and just traveling around the world living right now.
Sure.
And you ain't never heard her name unless you know about business and professional writing for things outside of rap. Right. You know, if you're a writer and you're Black, my advice to you is don't limit your potential to a little ass pipeline that they're trying to send you down. Rap is one little fucking pipe, man.
Sure.
One little pipe. And we're all trying to cram down the same pipe to get money. Rap, weed, liquor, clothes, all trying to cram down the same pipe. Okay. You in the clothes sales, everybody needs socks and drawers, but not a rapper drop no socks and drawers that everybody can afford.
Yeah.
Everybody needs socks and drawers, and that's clothing. But nobody want to be known for the rap nigga that sell socks and drawers, even though you make the most money.
I don't mind being the brother that's spearheading this new socks and drawers epidemic.
I dig it.
Hey, like Jones out here with the socks and drawers. Proud.
I'm trying to tell you. And then like just your hat. You got the bear on your hat.
Sleepy bear.
Health, wealth, and relationships. Health, you know, teddy bear, nurture the kids after the hospital. This is something you could do to tie to a nonprofit and donate teddy bears. Sure. You know, the relationships. This is the casual for the nurturer, the teddy bears, the husbands that snuggle you up, sure. The man that snuggle you up.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
And you don't worry about the brothers buying it. You market that to the ladies who want to buy that for their teddy bear.
It is.
And the nigga gonna wear it because she gave it to it.
That's what Sleepy Bear was doing. I started Sleepy Bear in 2011 in January. And it's been doing good as a clothing brand. But of course, I got to give it the market and promotion. I know that there's consumers, newer consumers, especially kids love the brand. You know what I'm saying? So that's awesome. And also for y'all tapping in, I'm utilizing some of my own personal spaces, for example, of somebody looking to utilize his services. Like, you know what I'm saying? So stay tuned about that. You heard me? I'm going to be another one with Cheryl Clark talking about, you know, dipping out the country.
I'm trying to tell you.
A guy with, you know what I'm saying, guerrilla marketing, you know what I'm saying? You know,
that maroon marketing. That maroon marketing is straight guerrilla tactics for Black businesses. Yeah. Like, you want to know how to extract some money from some pockets. First, you need to know, you know, what pockets got the money in it.
For sure.
And if you got, if you want, even if you're selling beats and you want to sell beats to people that can pay, you know, $500 for a beat, you need to be able to rationalize them paying that. And you don't take the time in your sales presentation or your sales letter or your marketing videos to help somebody justify spending that type of money on something they can have AI do, or you know, Ray do in his basement, then you're not interested in making money because they're not important enough to you. And if you're trying to get people to give you their money, then you need to understand that you are in the service business first. You are in the business of meeting people's needs, solving their problems, distracting them from their problems, or enriching their life. If you don't get that and get that right away, you're not going to be successful. So you need to be dedicated to taking time to let people know that you're interested in serving them and serving them in ways that other people ain't meeting their needs. And that's why you have to be willing to spend a little bit of bread to research your competitors and see what they're doing.
What is the baseline price of starting something like this? You know what I'm saying? You know, a small independent company looking to utilize your services. You know, what would you advise them? What's like the gold package?
My advice, my best advice for you is go in my bio and get the free shit first. Bulletproofing your black business is free. And if you feel like that was helpful and could teach you something, go get the ebook. It's $29. 5 reasons why every entrepreneur and successful side hustler should have an ebook. And don't just read it, put the play in motion. Publish your book, because you having a book establishes you as an authority in your field. People don't care if you got 25 years. What the fuck can I go look up that you created? Beside music.
That exists.
Right. But if you're pushing it as a consultant, you need to have some actual information that says that you had the ability to show people that your years in the industry can make them some money if they spend money with you, that you got shortcuts that'll help you. And then you off to the races.
Off to the races. Man, so
you establish yourself an authority. It's not the goal length for your book to sell, man. It's to show people that, you know, I got reputable information for you.
How long have you been in the marketing group?
I got out of prison in 2012 and I was marketing in 2013.
Wow. So about 11 years.
Yeah.
About 11 years. That's great. Y'all can look it up and see everything that's going on here. Applying pressure, guerrilla marketing. You know what I'm saying? For those out there that don't get it, need to get it. You're an independent person, want to step your business up. Man, you get with someone that can help you market. If you don't know how to market and invest in it, so you get the return of the investment. That's been my biggest flaw, bro, from jump. I get Facebook going, they shut me down. I get IG going, they shut me down. You know, I'm like, damn, you know, what am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm price pointing, trying to figure it out. Is my pricing too low? My pricing too high? You know, like
price is made up.
Right.
You know, a lot of times, man, our people trick ourselves out of positions. You don't put a book out because you don't think people will pay for it, you know, but a bestseller don't become a bestseller until the readers make the decision. It's not up for you to decide whether your information is valued. But if you never put it out there, a decision will never be made. You confident in your ability to help people put information out there that people can look up and compare other shit to. Like we hoard information and think that that's going to make us higher than everybody, but it really shows people that you might not know as much as you think you know. You know, when you share information, it lets people know you qualified to help them.
Not only qualified to help them, is just that you don't have a ceiling or scared to share information. You know what I mean? Like, nobody can stop your blessings. Nobody can stop your existence, what your purpose of what it is to be here, So like, why would you
that right there,
let some thinking,
that right there.
Right, man. I'm grateful. I'm anxious to learn, man. Like I can't wait to apply some of this knowledge that you have and apply your marketing and figure out what we can work out the things going ASAP rocket. You know what I'm saying? Because I got companies that need that type of attention for me to be able to just do what I need to do, share posts, video record, whatever, give them updates. I got festivals, things that I'm on. I want to be able to bring product with me, put my booth up, my vendor, booth up, and
see,
gotta get with the people, you know what I mean?
Now you're talking money. And our people, when it comes to contracts and things like that, we don't put that in our contracts when we go perform at places. Like, I need to be able to have a booth here. I need to be able to have rights to video footage, all this shit. And if you're not putting it in your contract, people ain't gonna do it, man. And like, I can whip out books for you right here that are on hand. These daddies stay on hand. Contract law. The contract law. The law dictionary. It got to stay on deck. The marketing and advertising law. I keep these books on deck. A lot of the times we try to play in games we don't know the rules to. And we come up short. So when you talk about getting your booth and stuff right, you got to make sure you put that in your contracts before you agree to perform and everything. Like, you need video footage rights, everything on paper. And when you start doing contracts, you'll see that people start trying to, do little slick stuff here and there. And that just means you need to tighten your contract up. It's going to get longer and longer the more you do it.
I'm talking about, I can't wait, man. Like, it's on my mind because it's been a while since I got the huge ROI, money streaming in on a regular, big checks, mailbox money coming through. It's been a while since it's been consistent like that. I've been blessed and fortunate to be able to do what we do, but I think people need to know, like, it takes marketing and just making posts and, like, it's not enough, but you got that marketing together with the right marketing people. You heard me? And then once you start seeing some bread, because I know some guys that sell clothes and they do large numbers, millions of dollars a month on t-shirts and things like that. And they said that the guy was telling me, oh, they just market on Facebook and, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And they just do numbers, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have a huge fan base anyway, out in the world doing whatever they're doing. And I was saying, how am I missing this money? How am I missing this money like this? You know what I'm saying? Can't give all the game without people cracking open the books and going through your IG to tap into the free books until they're able to see the tap into whether the platinum or gold package or get with you like that. But it's on my mind. I ain't never been scared. You know what I mean? If I got it, I'm spending it. I'm not gonna overcommit. I'm not just to underdeliver. I'm not gonna say I got it when I do. I'm not gonna say I got it when I don't. I'm not gonna say I don't got it when I do.
I dig it. That's how I do business, man. If you can't be straight with yourself, like, people misunderstand, man, and this coming from a spiritual perspective. You're never deceiving anybody.
Right.
You just deceive yourself. Because you got to put on a mask for everybody you do business with. So just shoot straight, man. Because that's what's going to get you straight results.
Straight results. Man.
Like attracts like. When you shoot straight, you get straight people attracted to you, because people who don't shoot straight, they're not attracted to you because they know people who shoot straight will hit their target.
They hit their target like a man.
You did?
Hearing it from full-time pressure on IG. You hearing it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking right now. Reality engineer, marketing consultant, reality engineer. Break that down for them down here.
Well, Black people complain that Africans don't like us. They complain that Chinese people and Asians don't like us. They complain that white people and Latinos don't like us. Yet we have done nothing to contradict the reality that has been engineered about Black people. You know, rap isn't just a music and entertainment thing. They use this to market an idea about Black people all around the world. We're sex craved, modern day barbarian junkies. This is what people think about us all around the world.
Right. Modern day sex slaves and
sex crazed, modern barbarian junkies.
Wow.
That's what they think about Black people all around the world. Black Americans, not Africans, just Blacks in America. Everybody's thugged out, drugged out, and sex driven. This is what they market to our people and the world about us. Even though the majority of Black people don't live that lifestyle, you will not see anything other than that, or a Black household where it's infidelity in the movie. The R&B is cheat on your wife, sleep with your homeboy's girl, talking about how you covet somebody else's girl. They engineered this reality about us, and that's how the world sees us now. And that's why nobody wants to fuck with us. We've allowed that to happen.
We allowed it to happen. Anything that can happen to us if we allow it, right?
Right. We allow them to market that about our people. Marketing is what makes reality. You can go back to the 50s. There's a TV series called Mad Men. And this series, Mad Men, was about the marketers on Madison Avenue in New York. All this housewife, post-war housewife in high heels, cooking stuff in the ovens. Marketers created that shit, dog. And before they created that shit during World War II, they had all the women in mechanic uniforms with their muscles up. But then after the war, men needed jobs. So they created this housewife persona, and that became the reality. But then when the bankers start seeing that, well, one guy paying taxes ain't getting the United States enough money, because the United States only makes money in 3 ways.
What 3 ways are those?
The number one way is through military hegemony. Taking other country shit. Check that in. As simple as that. Number 2 is through the taxpayers. Debt slaves, the employees. That's why businesses get credit, because they create jobs. And income tax is what fuels the government.
Right.
That's why we can say we have a $20 trillion GDP. That's why it's so big on the jobs, because the working people fund the government, which funds the military, which goes and takes other people's shit. And number 3 is the oil reserves, the United States oil reserves. They sell oil reserves and shit. And that's why our gas prices are high, because the government will sell oil to other countries.
So they taxing the tax.
Trying to tell you that it's a dirty game out here, and we the only ones, trying to play chess at the motherfucking poker table.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that's how I know we're supposed to be swimming in it like Scrooge McDuck.
You said what?
That's how I know we're supposed to be swimming in it like Scrooge McDuck.
I'm trying to tell you, it ain't no shortage of paper out here. It's a shortage of niggas who know how to get it.
Man, that's damn to be on a t-shirt. We may change the language a little bit, but yeah, that is, what I'm saying, we're gonna do that one next. That's huge. You know what I mean? Like, man, Dominic, I am talking about super excited can't wait to apply this to my businesses. You know what I mean?
I hear you, bro.
I can't wait to get that going, because then I'll be able to tell somebody when they ask me, yeah, man, I see you done changed up a little bit on the what was it? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Pressure, I had to apply some pressure.
and that's why I work to over deliver. If somebody knows about business and they go get that free bulletproof your black business, if they know what they got in front of them, not only are they gonna run their bag up, they're gonna turn around and come buy a product that costs them money.
Full-time pressure. That's the only way you're gonna get is applying full-time pressure. So tell me this here. What was the moment that you had this fire underneath you to say, like, that's it? You know, can you remember that moment? I mean, like, light bulb had flames on that bitch. When it struck you, like, oh, this is it. This is it for me right here.
Well, like I say, man, I got a really successful spiritual business. You know, I got professional athlete clients, people in the rap industry, politicians, affluent to the hood, you know, A to Z type of clientele. And, you know, marketing is what helped me be able to grow my business like that, because I know how to market. And, you know, when things start getting bad, you know, they kill the brothers, Alton Sterling in Baton Rouge. And my spiritual page, Dominic 369, I start, you know, talking to brothers in the industry, you know, and it's brothers who know, you know, I don't got to name drop nobody, you know, about really applying pressure in different ways and leveraging the law and things like that and artificial intelligence. And, you know, they kicked me off Twitter. You know, I was getting the Negroes too riled up. so they kicked me off Twitter. But I get an insight, man, about, you know, the law. And I told you, man, in the joint, I learned the law, man, and I showed you. I got law books at my crib.
Sure.
As power, man. And when you understand the rules to the game, you can really play it at a different level and tell other people how to play it. And I was explaining to people in 2016 about urban farming and buying land. And, you know, once you had a land, it don't matter if it's a small lot. You can register that lot with the Department of Agriculture as a farm, and you only got to produce $1,000. Had a potential to produce $1,000 worth of food on that land for it to be registered as a farm, man. If you can produce $1,000, now you eligible for grants and loans from the government. Because the only people that the government give more money to in the United States is the farmer. You need to understand that, and like, Black people, get the fuck up out your feelings and get into your fatty. No, our people don't want to do no agricultural shit because of slavery and shit. But you go look at the government budget, the Department of Agriculture got a big budget, and they give a whole lot of money away.
I was talking to my
people got to eat. One thing for certain, two things for sure. People gonna die, people gonna get sick, people need somewhere to live, and people gonna need to eat. So if you really want to make money, you should be trying to, you know, dig your feet in one of those type of areas, you know, like our community is so disorganized. Like, how many registered nurses and CNAs do you know?
Okay.
How many of them own nursing homes and nursing agencies? Right. So like, you got 10 homegirls that's nurses, but y'all don't own an agency together. You know, you auntie been a nurse for 30 years, still going to wipe ass and pass out narcotics, but she ain't being a consultant advising people on whether the nursing home is taking care of their people right, or the home care agency is neglecting their people. Like, we don't think on those levels, man. Once you acquire so much level, you know, knowledge in your field, like, you shouldn't be doing this shit no more. You should be pointing out how other people are doing the shit wrong, how it should be done right, or, you know, how you can improve on doing this. Like, we need to boss our knowledge up and move to the consultant level and start leaving paper trails for the people coming behind us. Like, we don't leave no legacy. So when the elder dies, like they say in the Ivory Coast, a library burns to the ground. Uncle been, you know, a plumber for 30 years. Nobody went to be an apprentice up under him. All his clients from 30 years go off to other people now, outside of the community. That's money lost. But we still talking about a wealth gap. A wealth gap is a symptom of an information gap. So if you're trying to fix the wealth gap and you shot, that's like being shot in the thigh and tying a tourniquet on your ankle, man. The problem is we're not passing on the right information, sharing information, or monetizing our information. That will put billions, hundreds of billions of dollars into the Black community. But we scared to teach people what we know. A lot of Black people like to play gatekeeper. And then a lot of Black people are insecure in their knowledge. They don't value it. They don't think to say, oh, I've been a banker for 30 years. Black people would buy books on how they could get, better qualified for loans, or they would get like classes on financial. Like our elders don't even value their knowledge to monetize it or offer it to nobody to really improve the conditions. Donations don't fucking work. That shit run out soon as it gets spent. You got to arm people with information that they can monetize.
Straight up a gang of gems. Straight up a gang of gems. Applying this ASAP to everything that we got going on. And you're right, you know what I'm saying? Like, even I have questions to this day. You know what I'm saying? Not scared to do the work, but you got to know what you're working and building, what you're doing. Who you working, what you're building, who you marketing to. You know, you working, you're recording a ton of music, but who you making it for? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you on social media and you're talking about all kinds of things in life, but who's the consumer of what you're talking about? You know what I mean? So, man, it is awesome to have you on here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Say your last name so people will be able to tap in.
Holmes, Dominic Holmes.
Yeah, my man.
HOLMES.
So, yeah, man, Dominic Holmes, bro. Like, this is part 2. It won't be the last time. You might see a part 3, part 37. Full-Time Pressure is his name on IG. You heard me? And you need to go to his page, bro. Full-Time Pressure. You heard me?